What's up, everybody? It's BiggerStepDad here, and we are going through a day in the life of a prestige player on TrappedMC.com, the only classic prison server that is non-pay to win still standing. And as you can see, we started off with mining our life away. And I'm thinking about doing like a commentary over something like this, and let me know what your guys' opinions are. But I've been playing TrappedMC since the beginning of Season 4, which launched in February of this year, 2025. And I've been playing it for, every day on stream. And I figured, why not edit down and kind of montage every night, or at least, one night a week, to kind of see what the grind looks like. So you can see we are absolutely mining our life away here. And we came over to our prestige cell, kind of go over some plans that we had. Somebody's going to be designing it for me. We're talking about, where we can put a bigger farm than this little thing I have, and how to make it, look nice and also be the most effective. Also want to add some gambling machines in there. So we kind of were talking about that on stream and how to incorporate it. But then we also just got a vote party, so I love to gamble, if you don't know that about me. So we're going over to the crates that we got from the vote party, and we're gonna pop these, and we don't end up getting anything too crazy here. We got some tokens, and then we just kind of got some decoration blocks. I'm kind of rage quitting here. We got a haste emblem. I didn't mind that too much, but everything else kind of sucked. And we made our way over to the enchanters, and this is where I really was hoping I'd get something good. We need some high enchants, some high level books to try and make some more money here, because it cost a lot to prestige, and we got a simple shard there, and then also we got an ultimate, which was pretty good, but it was nullify, which is a PvP enchantment, and that didn't help me out too much. So we're gonna save that. We are working on some PvP armor. So I kind of was talking to everybody about that, but then we went back to mining. We finally took a little break from mining, and we had to open one of the rare keys, the divine key that our friend Destiny gave us here, and we're opening it for her, but we're just gonna see what we get, maybe get some good luck here. And let's see, what do we get? We get the disenchant gem. It's not great, but it's about 500k. We also kind of put up some of the ores we got, and we're kind of organizing, and we moved to our cell again, and we're kind of just putting all the things in, making sure everything's running. And I noticed they stopped running, so I fixed that real quick. And then we go back, and Loom actually gave us a chunk loader. We were talking about that on stream. We need a chunk loader because your chunks do not stay loaded when you're not in your cell. So I'm kind of looking through, making sure everything's good, and let's go ahead and get these ores smelting, because it is going to take a while. You look over at our mini farm, we got somebody hiding away. There he is. He's gone. Yeah, that was our boy Fat Sack. Heck of a name, by the way. We go over to Nux. He wanted to kind of show off his cell, actually. So we're looking at his giant farm, and he's rubbing it in. Then Justin rubs in that prestige key, and they're kind of just bragging to me. It's kind of annoying, but we got back to mining here. So just a hell of a grind we got going on. And so that was kind of a shorter mining area. We had to come and cheer on Justin. He had his P key. He was going to open it. He didn't get what he wanted. I think he ended up getting Surge, which is a pretty good prestige enchantment, but he didn't want it too much. Anyways, we're over at the auction now, kind of looking through. I bought a book for our gang member Loom, and I'm selling some of the stuff that didn't sell earlier that I had listed, kind of re-advertising that it's on sale, hoping it would sell. And we come over and give Loom the book, and we are back to to spawn. We got our voting shard back that we loaned to somebody. Nothing crazy, but we decided to loan it. We also got a new chunk loader, so that was pretty great. So we're kind of talking. We welcome in our new player. You can see the wall of welcomes that we have, and I'm calculating the price for these elite dust for the custom enchants. I ended up selling those for a really good deal. I don't think they ever sold, but I sold them for like $8,000 per percent less than what they go for on the market. Of course, I had to advertise, and you know we're back in the mines. At this point, we got invited to Croak and Slime Cube's new gambling machine, the Dude Machine. They were still testing it. I was actually the first person to test it. So they were kind of telling me how it works and everything. They gave me a key and I threw it in there. And basically you have to spell out dude. Of course, you see I lost their first try. They gave me another chance to test it. And we got the dude. And now, you know, we keep on going. So we're going to throw it in the keep playing here. We don't want to cash out yet, so we're going to see. We got the O. We're going to keep on riding. We got the O again, and we could cash out at this point, seeing what we could get. You know, we ride all the way. So there we go. We got the dude. We hit the jackpot. It was time to claim our reward, but since it was testing, they actually didn't have a reward for me. So they gave me something kind of as a consolation prize. So shout out to them. If you are prestiged on Trap, you can gamble in these cells. It's really fun. Of course, with only in-game items, no IRL currency. Anyways, we're back over in the F cell block, giving something to Loom. I can't even remember what it was, but now we're back to mining, back on the grind. A lot of mining this episode, I gotta admit. I sped up and cut out a lot, but we really, really mined for this episode here. Well, that was enough mining for a little bit, so we went back to the crates area, took a look at their new relic crate, kind of talked about that. Has some pretty awesome things in it, and we looked at some pickaxes, and we kind of reorganized our vaults here. We see we got a lot of stuff we were waiting to sell. We didn't want to sell it. So we are moving on, and now we're back at spawn. I think I felt like gambling some keys. So we were looking at the price of keys here. We had some money to play with. We were kind of looking at the prices of everything. Nothing really stuck out. We were talking about it. I know some people were talking about some wither keys. So I kind of think I said if someone buys one, I'll match, which, I like doing if I can. It's not too crazy, and a lot of people really enjoy it, so I like getting a wither key here. But as you can see, we actually end up getting our wither key. Here's it rolling. We got a tax refund, which is pretty huge. I think everybody ended up getting $300,000 from the tax refunds. We also had a Haste 3, a mining event, and, double tax refunds. So it was pretty great. As you can see here, we kind of started grinding away in the event mine. As you can see, you have to use some different tools. So we were using the hoe and the shovel and the axe to mine this stuff. And there's a chance we get crates here, and you can see those crates pop up pretty quickly. But throughout this event, I think it comes up here in just a minute, we actually get an epic RNG boost right there. Just popped up on screen. So I decided, let's go mine and get some RNG up, because we most definitely need that RNG. And then since the mining event lasted longer, we were going to go back to the event mine and try and get some more crates and keys towards the end of that. So we mined for a solid 10 minutes there. With the Haste 3, we made a lot of progress, and then we went back to the event mine to try and get some stuff. finally the event mine ended, and we put up our ores that we got and everything, and we had some keys. It wasn't too bad. We ended up getting our tokens, did pretty good. The prison keys, we got an enchanter and another token key. Nothing too great from it, being honest with you. We popped that token, and we did have a divine key. I think we got Bitcoin from it. Kind of a terrible one. It was still some money though. Nothing too crazy from the enchanters either. We really haven't gotten anything good in a while. But we did get some dust, so we listed that for a decent price. It was a good percent, and I kind of got on the gambling train again. I wanted to get some keys. So we put everything up and we looked, and there were a lot of keys on the market from this event mine. And I was just trying to find a fair price, making sure I had my drop parties. We had our keys that we got from the drop parties and everything. So we had some keys there. A lot of crate openings here, just trying to get something good. We listed the dust again. Have to make sure I get the percentages right. Popped our mining crate. We actually got a really rare item there. I don't even notice it yet till the very end. Right there, it was, you know, from the mining crate, that is a 0.25% chance of getting that pickaxe. Like, the odds of that are so extremely small, and we pulled it. It was crazy to me. But I ended up giving it to my buddy Dylan, who just started on the server. I wanted to help him out, give some love, and instead of getting a divine key or anything, we kept the smelters cooking. I noticed that they are basically done. So we got all our ores that we got from the haste and the RNG, and we put them in there. And now's the time to look, and we bought some divine keys. We popped 2 of them right there. We still had about 1.5 million. Praying for the new crate, we ended up getting 0.2 Bitcoin again and 2 enchanter keys. Easily the worst pulls you can get because it's not a lot of money. And we got absolute trash from the enchanter keys. Well, I found somebody buying, or actually selling, some more enchanter keys, so I ended up buying 2 of those. I had $5,000 left, so this was a go for broke, only to get a designer key, which isn't that great. And guess what? More Bitcoin. Absolutely insane. We pulled so many Bitcoins on those. It honestly took a lot of luck to be that unlucky. But I thought about selling the designer key. Really, it just gives you stuff to design your armor. But I figured, you know what? We already spent the money. Let's just go ahead and make ourselves look even cooler. So I'm kind of asking chat what I should do, and we popped it, and we went and popped it on there. It looks like we're peeing blood, guys. It's kind of a mess. There it is right there. There we are in all our glory. Anyways, well, guys, it was time to collect our harvest here of ores. You can see we're quickly going through all these chests. We had so much stuff, and we still haven't sold it, I'm pretty sure. It was absolutely insane the amount of money we have in these vaults right here. And we're waiting for the sell multiplier, which you can only get from wither crates. If we end up needing more, we're going to take it, but I really don't want to sell without getting the most I can for it. So that was great, and we had some more crates. I think we had a vote party pop up in between. So, of course, we're going to open those crates. Nothing from the prison. The token was mediocre at best. So it was time for the enchanter key again. Maybe we can get a legendary. No, we got elite. It was a botanical boost. We found somebody to buy it. I think it was a good deal. And we pop all our mining crates from the mining events that we had. And we got a lot of XP, and I do sell XP at my shop in Mall B. So we fly in there, throw that in, and that is it. And we actually finished the night off doing a little bit of mining. Nothing too extreme. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys watching. This is a experimental video. But again, my name is BiggerStepDad, and come hang out with us on TrappedMC.com.